So the news broke last week that annual passes are coming back to Disney World. Yay! Finally. A lot of us have been waiting for this for quite a while, but you may be wondering, is an annual pass right for you and your family? So let's do a little price comparison and a breakdown and see which one's going to be the better fit, regular park tickets or upgrading to an annual pass for the year. And just to cover our bases, we're going to talk about the Incredi-Pass, which is the top tier pass and the one that is available to, well, everyone. You don't have to be a Florida resident or a vacation club member to be able to purchase this pass. So just for easy math, we're going to talk about that one. If you are able to get one of those other passes, congratulations, you are one of these select few. But if you are wanting an annual pass, this is going to be the option. So it starts out at $14.90 including tax for the Incredi-Pass. That has no blackout dates. You get 10% off at most table service restaurants, 20% off at most merchandise locations, as well as other discounts throughout the year for resorts and more. Now, I am not factoring any of those discounts in because you may be a family that stays off property, you may not eat at table service restaurants, and you may hate Disney merch. So just in case you're one of those few that you don't like shopping, you don't like doing those things, this is the math we're gonna go with. So for someone who likes to take 2 trips to Walt Disney World, we're gonna go over 1 trip in the summer and 1 trip in the winter for those 2 trips. So for the first trip, for 5 park days with no park hopper, it would cost you $633.03. And then for a winter trip, again, for 5 park days with no park hopper, it would cost you $691.54. So for you, subtracting those 2 trips from the cost of that $14.90 for the annual pass, you would still be lacking about $165 from breaking even. Now, obviously you can make up $165 pretty quickly with some of the other discounts that I mentioned earlier, or if you decided to go a little bit longer, add a day here or there, or even throw in a weekend trip, you would definitely break even on your pass, and it could potentially be worth it for you. And here's scenario number 2 that I want to share for today, and that is if you enjoy park hoppers. So again, that same trip with the exact same dates, but adding park hoppers. So if you did a summer trip in the middle of July for 5 days with 5 days at the parks with the park hopper, that would cost you $728.88. Then if again you went in the winter months, you went in December, same week that I priced out earlier, that would come out to $792.71. So for that scenario, you would actually save $31.59. And that's just if you go 2 times a year and if you're used to buying those park hoppers. If you're someone who goes more than twice a year, then it can definitely pay for itself in the long run. For me personally, I spent 18 days in the parks last year and spent over $1,700 in park tickets. If I would have had an annual pass, that would have saved me $228.90 on tickets alone, not including going and saving on table service restaurants that I could have definitely used that 10% off on, and merchandise that I bought that I could have gotten 20% off on, as well as room discounts that I could have got an extra percentage off, where I may have got 20% as a regular guest, I might have got 30% instead. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. So it's worth doing a little bit of math, price out the trips that you realistically think you'll go on this year, not talking about all of the dream trips of going every month. We're not pricing that out. Let's be realistic here. Price out if you think you're going to go twice, if you think you're going to go 3 times, you're going to do 2-week trips, 1 weekend trip for a Run Disney weekend, whatever the case is for you, price that out and see if it's worth it for you and your family. But I'm curious, are you going to get an annual pass when they are released on the 20th? Let me know in the comments.